Shui Men Hao, and today we're looking at the question 你住在哪儿, which is where do you live? But first let's review the names of the countries we've been looking at in class. So we have Moxiga, which is Mexico. Zhongguo, China. Faguo, France. Xibanya, Spain. 美国, USA, America. 日本, Japan. 德国, Germany. 巴西, Brazil. 南非, South Africa. 澳大利亚, Australia. 英国, England. 印度, which is India. Previously, we were looking at these two words. 哪国. Na is something we ask when we want to find out where something is. And guo means country. So if you're going to use that in a sentence, you could say 你的爸爸是哪国人? And it's a question. Because na makes this a question. So your dad is what country person, or what country does your dad come from? Now, an answer you could have to start that answer. To begin that answer, you need 我的 爸爸是, and then we're going to add a country and get rid of the question mark. 我的爸爸是印度人. My dad is Indian, or from India. So, just remember this word na. We're coming back to this pretty soon. But first I have some new words to introduce. You may have seen these before in our classroom. We've got xi, nan, bei, and dong. These are direction words. Xi means west. Nan, south. Dong, east. Bei, north. Now you can hear these words, bei, dong, xi, and nan, in some of the place names that you hear in the Chinese language. So for example, bei is heard in Beijing, which is the capital of China. Beijing meaning the northern capital. Nan you hear in Nanjing, which is the southern capital. You'll find this in another part of China, and literally this really was the southern capital at one point in China's history. You also hear this in Nanfei, which is South Africa. Xi, you hear in Xi'an, which literally means Western Peace. And you find Xi'an in the western part of China. And lastly, dong, you'll hear in Dongjing, which isn't in China at all. It's actually the Chinese word for Tokyo, the capital city of Japan. So Dongjing literally means the eastern capital, which in this case is Tokyo, the capital city that's in the east. That is the capital city that is east of China. 3 more words to introduce. I have a lot of new words for you guys today. So we have bian, which means side. These 2 words often go together. Zhu, which means live, and zai, which means, can have a few different meanings. It can be at, or in, or on. So this is a placement word. Zai is often used on its own as well. So let's see where these words are actually used. Using zai and bian, if I was going to talk about a few different countries, this is how I would speak about the direction of France, 法国, in comparison to Germany, 德国. So firstly, I need to say 法国在, France is. Then the next word is 德国. I'll just put it down here. I think we've got enough room. And then we have 西边, because France is west of Germany. And so that's how we would say that in the English as well. But the Chinese grammar is a bit different. 法国在德国西边. Literally, France is Germany's west side, or on Germany's west side. You'll notice that the Chinese does not use as many words as what we would use in English. 法国在德国西边. I'm going to make up a few more sentences, have a read of them, and see if you can work out what they're saying. 日本在中国东边, which is Japan is on China's east side, or Japan is east of China. Again, 美国在墨西哥北边. 美国在墨西哥北边. America is on Mexico's north side, or America is north of Mexico. 澳大利亚在中国南边. 澳大利亚在中国南边. Australia is on China's south side, or Australia is south of China. And lastly, 法国在英国东边. 法国在英国东边, which is France is on England's east side, or France's east of England. Now, two more words, and these are the last two. Here's that word nar again. Now, this says nar, and this also says nar, but there is a difference. Two of them, in fact. The first one is how you say it. You'll notice with our tone markers, this is a falling and rising tone, and the comes from this character here. So it's nar, and this second one is nar. So that's our first difference. Second difference, you'll notice there is a little radical here which looks like a box. This is the mouth radical, kol. Now this indicates, in this case, that we're using our mouths to ask a question. There is no kol over here. So this means that this isn't a question word, but this one is. When you're learning Chinese, both words sound very similar. In fact, the characters are really similar too, only one little difference. Now, the third difference, which I didn't mention there was three differences, sorry. Third difference is the meaning. Now, this nar means where. This nar I should say, means there. So, let's put this into a sentence. Let's concentrate on where. We are asking a question. So, nar, we're going to go back to these words, ju and zai, which is live at. So, if I was going to ask this question, whoops, we need a question mark. Can we fit it in? Just. Okay, we are asking, 你住在哪儿? Which is you live at where? Or literally, where do you live? 你住在哪儿? Now, a good answer we can have for this one is, let's swap 你 for you, for 我, which means me or I. Let's get rid of the question mark because we're answering this question. 哪儿? So the question was, 你住在哪儿? The answer, 我住在哪儿? I live there. 你住在哪儿? Where do you live? 我住在哪儿? I live there. Now, before we finish, I'm going to ask some questions and give some answers. What I would like you to do is to have a read along and try and work out what I'm saying in each question and answer. The questions are all going to be easy. In fact, they're all going to be the same. 你住在哪儿? Where do you live? We're going to start putting some of our other words together. So, 我住在澳大利亚. 我住在澳大利亚. I live in Australia. Okay. 你住在哪儿? 我住在中国. I live in China. Last one. Hey, I don't even need to translate this one. Now, you guys are experts at this. 你住在哪儿? Let's replace that again. 我住在法国. 我住在法国. I live in France. Okay, that's it, everybody. So take a look at Google Classroom, everyone, and you'll find that there is a quiz there as well. And so please have a go at that one as well. There's about 8 questions there for you to answer. So good luck. And 再见, Tong Shui. Have a good week, and I'll catch you next time. 再见.